Hello, and thank you for tuning in, Roseward's Stampersdelight.com, to another segment of Scrapbook Sunday 101. Grab your coffee, grab your tea, and come scrapbook with me. Okay, so for today's scrapbook, I was asked to do a scrapbook page using the Ranunculus Romance, which of course I've been using a lot because that was my online class this month. And actually, I was already planning on doing this because I came across some pictures that I thought would go beautiful with an antique or vintage looking scrapbook page. So let's get started. So what I have first is I have two pieces of very vanilla 12 by 12. And we're going to start with that. I'm going to do a lot of stamping here, not a lot of cutting out with the dies. But we are going to do a lot of stamping. So I've got my early Expresso. I've got my Crumb cake. I got my soft suede. And for the color, I'm going to go with the Misty Moonlight. And I'm going to grab some pale papaya. Let's see what other colors. I think I'll switch out the pale papaya. I'm going to go with the petal pink. Okay. All right, so the first thing I'm going to do is I am going to make my background here. And I am going to bring in a piece of grid paper. This is my host code if you'd like to place an order with me this month. Go to Stampersdelight.com and use that host code. That might get thrown all over while I'm doing this. Okay, so I am going to bring this in. Actually, to make it easier, I think I'm going to do both pages at the same time. That's really... Okay, well, we're going to do it. Okay, the grid paper doesn't really fit there, but no sense in re-inking everything. I think the way I'll do this is I'm just going to put this aside. All right, let's go back to this way. All right, because I don't want to keep changing the stamps and everything, I'm going to start with what I call this journaling stamp. I'm going to use the early Expresso. I'm going to go ahead, stamp all over. Making a background. Some more in here. A lot of stamping here. I might have to add some more into that. Now I'm grabbing the second piece. Going to do the same thing. I like to start with the edges. The nice thing about doing this vintage kind of stamping, is if you make a mistake, you can stamp something right over it. Again, this is the early Expresso. All right, that's good for now. And then I'm going to grab my soft suede with this stamp. And in between there, I'm just going to stamp light and dark. This is, again, soft suede. I'm going to bring this one in. You can always add more. I'm just going to get rid of these because they're not really doing anything for me today. Okay, so some soft suede. I have a mat down here, so it can't hurt anything. Okay. All right. And let's put that aside. Then I'm going to bring in this little guy, which is the little Eiffel Tower, petal pink. I'm going to stamp that all over. You're not going to see part of this when I get my matting down there, but it's easier to do it this way and then decide where you're going to put your pictures. Okay. All right. I know you're probably looking at this and saying, what is she doing? Okay, now I'm going to bring in my Misty Moonlight, and I am going to stamp all over this. Look how gorgeous this is starting to look. Remember, this is going to get covered up, some of it. Once I put this down, then I'll see where I have to add some. And I may not have to add any. Okay. Same thing with this. Okay. All right. Now what I'm going to do, and this I do need my grid paper for, I'm going to do a little antiquing. I'm going to grab that early espresso and my blending brush. Now, we sell the blending brushes, and our blending brushes have white. Our blending brushes look like this. I got this way before Stampin' Up! Started selling them. And this one's already got the brown on it, so we're just going to do some burnishing. You see I'm going off the page when I start it because I don't want a real harsh image. This is just like I did the video the other day on YouTube Live with the cards. And there it gives it more of an antique or vintage look. Okay, so let's grab this one. And you can add as much color as you want. If you ink it up and then you go right to the paper, you just get a very dark line. Okay. All right, so there's my 2 pages. Now, before I mess anything up, let me close up my inks. Okay, so let me bring in the pictures that I found that I wanted to use with these pages. It was my mom and dad's wedding pictures that my grandmother had. And when my grandmother passed away, I got her pictures to look through. And let me just show you these. So I already matted them on my Misty Moonlight. So there's my mom. And my mom is actually standing on a very high platform. My mother's she was 4'9". She's now 4'8". She says she's shrinking. And my dad was 6'1". So in order to make the picture look right, she had to be on a platform. So I thought I would, look at that. Perfect. Doesn't that look gorgeous on there? And then I have the one of their wedding. And you can see here the platform that my mother had to stand on. So I thought that would look nice. Look at how beautiful that looks. You don't need a lot of anything on this page. I also took from one of our Memories and More cards, and I wrote Mom and Dad's Wedding, 10/24/1953 in Johnstown, New York. That's where they got married. And we're going to put that probably right there. But I want to add a little bit to it. So I think this vintage ribbon, the very vanilla ribbon that we have, goes very nice with this. So for this, I'm just going to add some ribbon on this, and I'm just going to look and see where I want to do that. I also have some heart charms, which we don't sell anymore, but we did. They were on clearance not too long ago. And I think I'm going to let me start with this page right here. I'm going to bring in that ribbon. I'm just going to tie a knot here. want this the other way, so let's play with this a minute. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to add this to my page, but I think I'm going to move that up a little bit. Remember, I don't do these pages ahead of time, so what you're seeing is actually a live recording. It's not live, it's a recorded one, but I haven't done the page before. Okay, I'm going to cut this off. I think that's the way I'm going to do it. And now I have this beautiful ribbon, which I am going to lay on the side of this. So I'm going to flip this over. I'm going to add a little glue. What I think I might do is I might try to cut this down a bit. Okay, so let me do this. And I think what I'm going to do, just give me 1 second. I'm going to look for some blue or gray of our 12 by 12s. Let's see if I have the Misty Moonlight. I may not. I think I do. And I'm looking at it now, and I'm thinking I want to add some background to this. So this is actually gray. It's not the Misty Moonlight, because I don't think I have any Misty Moonlight. But I'm checking. Oh, I do. Perfect. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to trim this off now. Yeah, I already glued that down, but like I said, this is changing it up. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to trim about a ½ inch off here, or a ¼ inch. And I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to take this off for a minute. I mean, this is real scrapbooking 101. And these pages aren't done for already. You get to see me making them. Okay, that's the way I want that one. Okay, so I'm going to bring this back in. I'm going to have to cut my other one. I'm going to put that back. Enough glue on that to hold it. Yeah, okay. I'm going to bring in the 12 by 12 Misty Moonlight. Yeah, look at that. Definitely makes it pop even more. Okay, so we're going to flip this over, and I'm going to go ahead and glue that one down. I could trim that ribbon off, but we'll just keep it back there and lay that right on here. I'm going to add these pictures of my mom. I'm going to put that over just a little bit so that little heart goes right there. Just like that. Oh my goodness. I'm loving this. Add that right there. Do the same thing on this one. And just tuck that right under there. Okay, and then here's the card that says about the wedding. And I think I might even use, let me just play with this for a minute. Oh yeah, I'm going to take another one of those little hearts. Hopefully you have some of those left. I love when I can use embellishments like this. And I love those little hearts. Okay, we're going to move that out of the way. And I am going to wrap that around here. Let me just play with that knot. Get it the way I want it. Oh, you know what? I'm going to put 2 on there because it'd be like wedding rings. So let's tie another one. See if it works this way. spread them out just a little bit if I can. I think I'll take it apart first. Maybe I won't have to. Let's see. I think I can do it this way. All right, I'm going to take it apart. I'm going to do the two together. Oh, I'm so excited. I'm so excited to see how this comes out now. All right, so we have the two hearts. Having a hard time picking that one up. There we go. And then let me grab the other one. I'm just trying to see which way I like it better. Let me grab my Take Your Pick tool, great for everything. My fingers don't want to work. Let me know how you're enjoying the Scrapbook Sundays. I know a lot of people have asked me to keep doing these. I do plan on it, although some Sundays I may not be available to do one. Okay, so I don't like that. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put a knot in the middle of it. So this is just trial and error. See how it comes out, okay? And we'll put that one there. And I'm just trying to work it in and see which way it'll work out better for me. All right, we're going to tie this one right here. And then let me grab this one. I'm still playing here. See how I want to do it. I think I can grab it on this one. Let's see. Okay, there we go. So now I got two of them. I want them this way. And I'm just going to lay it down there. Look it. I like that. Okay, it took me longer to cut those, or to tie those knots. Okay, we're just going to lay that down. And then I'm just going to grab quite a bit of glue here because they're a little heavy. Okay, put that right here. Oh, I'm loving this. I'm loving this. If you don't like that, this will go in the page protector, so that'll lay down flat. I'm going to bring in the other side, which is the whole wedding party. And you can see they're old pictures and they're starting to curl a little bit. That's why I wanted to get them into an album. This is my aunt, my father's sister, and that's my other aunt, my mom's sister. I'm not sure. That's her friend, but I don't know her. They look like little babies. Little babies. Okay. All right. And now this one, again, is going to lay right on top of the 12 by 12. And tying that together, I am going to add some more ribbon to this one. When you have beautiful pictures, you don't need, I don't feel that you need a lot on here. I'm going to grab, oh, I got this little key. Let's do the key. Let's do the key instead of the heart. Okay. So that's already on a little, I found this key, and it's on a little pin. So let's do this. Let's use that. So first I'm going to lay this down, whoop, without getting my glue all over. Are you excited to see how this comes out? Because I am. Okay, I'm going to lay that down here first. Okay. Then I'm going to grab that piece and that. I can just tie that in there, but I think I'll do the same thing. I'm going to leave that pin in there because that still looks like a little antique looking. We're going to do the same thing. We're going to tie that. And definitely too much ribbon there, so let's trim some of that off. All right. Yeah, this picture was really starting to warp. Okay, so I'm going to turn this over. Go right here. I'm going to glue that down. It needs to be up a little bit higher. So let's go ahead and do that. Wrap that around there. Okay, I'm going to unpin this. I think I'll pin it down when I'm done. And I'm actually going to do another one. I just wanted to try something else here. I'm going to grab another piece. I just love these hearts, and I want to use another one. So the 2-page layout looks like that. So it flows nicely, but I'm thinking I want a little heart with this one too. So I'm going to tie this heart here. See where I'm going with this? Okay, so that's going to get tucked over there. This piece is going to get tucked back there. I love scrapbooking with you on Sunday. And you tell me that you're excited to see how they come out. Well, guess what? So am I. Okay, we are going to flip that over. And make sure I get this flowing pretty even. Bring that in just like that. Take this, tie that down. Oh my gosh, what do you think? What do you think? Do you love that? Now I could add some flowers, some of the die cuts, using the dies from the Ranunculus Romance. But you know what? I just think it looks beautiful like this. But what I am going to add is some of these elegant gems. And I am going to go with, because to me, I want it to look more vintage, I'm going to use the middle colors, which are like a champagne. And just add some of these around my pictures. Just adds a little bit to it. I have a couple more here, so we'll add those. And I ran out of that color, and I definitely only want to use that color. So let me grab some more in here that I have. I have one more, so we'll add that down here. And there we go with some more gems. I'm pretty happy with the way this came out. I really am. I hope you enjoyed it. And again, if I wanted to add some of the dies, I could, but I just love that background, and I think that is enough on that. So thank you for tuning in again to Scrapbook Sunday 101, and I'll see you back here next week with another scrapbook page. Definitely subscribe to my YouTube channel so you know when I'm live or when I upload a new video. Definitely give me a thumbs up and also a comment. I'd love to hear from you. Until next time, keep on scrapbooking, scrapbookers. Bye.